Sit down. Sit down. Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the crazy poppy lady. And Liam's back with his dingly dangly bells on for the very last live of the year. So let's have a quick nose and see who has managed to join us today. Yay, Kathleen. Welcome in, darling. She's saying she hates YouTube. She couldn't find the live until it popped up in her notifications. Oh, pants. I pre-booked it in last week, so fingers crossed everybody gets their notifications, but of course that means that it may be a little bit of time before the rest of the crazies arrive. Once they do, girl, I'll shout out your live for later on this evening. Sit your bum down. You gonna sit? Okay, ready? Go find it. Go on, go find it. So, what are you creating today, girl? I'm having to take a break. I OD'd on that blanket again last night. I am determined to get it finished. But I've just had a memory jolt. This time last year, I was attempting to get the moose blanket finished. And I went into complete and utter crazy overdrive, didn't I? So, then I ended up causing so much aggro to my hand, I had to... Sorry, the outfit's making me giggle. Yeah, so I had to actually pause crochet for a while, which is why there's so many. Let me rearrange this camera. Is it going to work now? No, it's in the wrong spot. No, it's not liking the movement. Okay, put it back to where it was. You are being so well behaved, even if you are a cantankerous dirag. Look. I wonder if the only way to get him to react is to put a treat above the camera. Let's see. Will it even sit there, and will he stay where he's meant to be? Oh, look, Liam. Oh, it's a treat. Oh, dear. I know, Liam's cute, but I must admit, your puppies are just as cute, even though they aren't. None of our dogs are puppies anymore, are they, age-wise? Thank you. Well, I've been really nice to him so far. I haven't actually taken him out of the house in it. And if I mention that word, he'll go and sit by the door and try and rip the thing off. So it is just there so that he can have 5 minutes of play. Normally we'll buy. He's got a jumper that you'll have seen on last year's videos, like 12 Days of Christmas, and that's used solely for when he has a bath. So his bath, we rough dry him, we brush him, and then we would put that on him because he used to be scared of the hairdryer, but now he's perfectly fine with the hairdryer, so we don't have to use the jumper. So he's like, yeah, I got away with that. Whereas this time round, it's a whole different ball game. And the reason he is glued to the camera and looking at you all is there is a treat sitting on above the camera that he is waiting for. No, you are not stalking the treat. Liam, sit down. Sit. Oh, you snot bag. But yeah, he is being a bit super cute, isn't he? Oh. Sorry, I'm just trying to move things around on my screen so that I can see your comments a lot easier. Right, so Silver is in the house. Oh, welcome in, darling. And so is Dodo. She's saying hello. Oh, it gets worse with the puppy. But this is a shop bought. It don't fit him. There you go. He's got a Rudolph. Doo-doo-doo. He's being so well behaved, all because of the treat that's on the side. Right, so sorry about that. I was saying hello to Silver, who's just come in, and she's saying, look at the puppy. And then we got Dodo saying hello. And our Sarah is in as well, and she's saying good afternoon, crazies. Kath is on her way to get her booster shot. Yay! Is that your COVID booster or your bog standard flu B one, babe? Because people seem to have forgotten about the bog standard flu vac at the moment. Look, they're all saying how cute you are, Liam. They're all thinking you're cute rather than cantankerous. Yum, 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 yum. So Silver is saying Liam is so cute. Look at his face. There we go. We'll give you a scruffs from the gang. Whoa, scruffies. Are you going to be bringing your one of your pups up on screen today, Kath? Kath, for any of you that don't know, Kath's eye catcher with Catherine now. Of course, you girls all know her anyway, because she's been here forever and she's my one and only, or one of my one and only mods. She is going live later on today. Now, I did do the maths. It is 5 hours from the start of my live. So we are now on 4 hours and 53 minutes time over on her channel. She will be live. So do us a favour, gang. I've popped her video in the description box. If you could just pop over and book it in, that would be really cool. It would be lovely to see you girls over there as well, showing her a little bit of support. Okay, so Silver is saying that she's got her booster tomorrow and she had her flu vac in October. There we go. Kath's back in with a hi girls. Is she going to scream when they jab her? Or is she going to switch us off for the 5 or 10 minutes that she's in for? Silver has an open tab waiting for it to start. You got a bit of a wait, girl. But cool, it's nice that you're already over there. Oh, Kathy's saying it's the COVID one. She never... Will you get your head off of the control panel? You want this? Yeah, I thought as much. Sit. Sorry, gang. He has worked out that if he puts his head on the mouse, I can't get to it. So he was doing that on yesterday's live. Wait, sit. Sit. Thank you. Okay, so sorry, Kath was saying it's her COVID. She never gets the flu one. I used to get them regularly as clockwork when I was working in the care homes, but now I'm stuck indoors all the time. I don't really bother with the flu one as much, because if you're going to get it, you'll get it type thing. But in regards to the COVID, book me in for my next one. I've got to wait. I'm not old enough yet. Mr. Crazy got his reminder, or should I say his invitation, to go and have his done the other day. He turned up, it was -2 and the queue was out the door. And he was like, I can't stand in the cold. Liam, back off. Sit. Thank you. He was like, I can't stand out in the cold because of his ailments. If he's out in the cold for too long, his whole body seizes up. So he had to phone them to cancel it, although he was sitting outside or standing outside. He phoned to cancel. And you are not having your own puppy cam. Forget it. Sorry, there's a camera on the side and he's looking directly into it. I could possibly reverse it round, but all you would get is the bogies up his nose. Right, yeah, sorry, I was saying hubby turned up, couldn't stand the wait. The queue wasn't moving. There was no movement at all for about 20 minutes, and he was like, I can't risk it. So what he ended up doing was rebooking it in, basically, because everybody was there. Sort of the older generations were there, and he was like, well, they need it more than me. So he will go back. He will be frog marched. Okay. Right, so sorry, Kath was saying no puppies in her craft room, but there may be cats. So that's the thing with cats, you can't control them, can you? This one though, I will stick him outside, but he's worked out if he headbutts the door, he can get in. Because it's one of these safety locks rather than a proper close and stop. It's a close and push. So he's worked out that if he headbutts it, he can come in, whatever. So now he's got himself a chair, but what I might have to do is move his chair, or not his chair, it's a storage box, and it's a nice long one, so I've put a blanket over it, and he's realised he's allowed to sit up there because this blanket is his. It's normally in the car, So he knows he can sit on it. So it's taken a couple of weeks training to get him used to the idea, and now he's realised if he gets up and he sits nice, he gets a treat. So he's doing it more often. He's a sneaky bug, but I think I might have to move it over so he's off camera and not annoying me and sort of trying to take over. Because yesterday he was trying to type with his nose. What have you seen? Oh, now you're pointing to the cookie jar. You're not having cookies. They've got chocolate in them. Right, so Silver's saying that she's had the flu vaccination now for 30 years. A good on you, girl. And then Kathy's in with... Darn, Liam is being such a cute and a good boy. No, he's not. He's attacking stuff. Oi, pack it in. Oi, pack it in. He's attacking stuff on the table now. He's like, what's that? Nudge it with my nose. Those are spiky and sharp and not for you. No, they're not for you. No. Kathy's saying, thanks for the shout out, hun. She messed up the setup for the live. How did you manage that, darling? If needs be, when we get off of here, I can hopefully talk you through it again. Nobody's first live goes perfect. Crikey. Think back to mine. That was bad, wasn't it? I was there arguing with it in front of you because we couldn't get the volume to work. The camera was out of focus. Crikey, it was everything. So Kathy's, so you guys are saying yay to the puppy cam. Okay, maybe for next year I might see if I can work out how Reggie does that split screen thing where she's in the bottom and there's something else on the screen. I'm going to ask her about that. And then maybe set it up so that there is a puppy cam there for you, and he'll be sort of down in the corner. And knowing you lot, you'll want it swapped round, so I'll be down in the corner and he'll be up the top. So puppy cam, yeah, says Kath. And Sarah is saying she's boosted on all levels for flu and COVID with the muscles. Good on you, honey. With 2 German shepherds in her room, there wouldn't be any room for her, says Kath. Yeah, I'm quite lucky with Liam's size. He's half German shepherd, half collie, so he's got the male collie size with the German shepherd face and the collie body, but he's collie size all over. Thankfully, because it'd look really strange if he had a German Shepherd head, the size of a German Shepherd head, plonked on his little body. But they are super, super cute. So at the moment, Kathy's out getting her booster. And what else was there? That was about it. So what are the rest of you girls creating? Are you creating, or are you skiving from work, hiding in the toilet? That would be my trick. Hiding under the table in the office. Or chilling out in the car with your cuppa while you're on your break. Or are you hiding from the housework like me? Alright, I don't know if you've noticed, I put one of my old favourite blankets up. Now this device will be getting fixed a little bit more over the next couple of weeks, or over the next week while I'm off YouTube for a week. I'm got to go and find some extension poles for it so that they'll hold the blankets a bit better. And then once that happens, I'm going to end up taking my head off quite regularly on a live. Because what we're doing, what I plan to do is have this blanket just on one pole, whereas at the moment it's stretched over 2. So then I can go like this, doink, and then just turn it and show you another blanket. For when you lot get bored of my face, you can have a look at his instead. Oh. Okay, Kath. Delete and restart if you can, if you're able to. You've got plenty of time to do it, darling. But if you want, what I can do is I can pop over to your live and tell everyone if that makes it easier for you. I can pop a little comment under, I hope. Right, so Kath is saying, because of course she's, for anybody that's just popped in, and Kath is going live for the very first time on her own this evening, which will hopefully be at 6 o'clock UK time, which is what we're on. We're on 1:15 here in the UK at the moment. So 5 hours and 45 minutes from now. Unless YouTube changes its mind. Because at this moment in time it's booked in for 1:25. That's not gonna work. Because she's not in. But fingers crossed as she can sort it from her end. But as I said, if you want me to, I can run over and stick a message on there and say come back later. YouTube's being a toad. Alright, so let's have a look. Our Dee Dee is in the house. Oh, it's one of them days. Welcome in, Granny Dee. And she's saying Merry Christmas, Poppy and all. Silver is catching up on a cow. She's hiding from the housework. I don't blame you. And she's going to be making a cushion to match for her friend. And Dodo is saying, hey, Granny. Silver is saying, hi, little girl. Okay, little girl. I make a cushion for a friend's little girl. Okay, sorry about that, darling. Right, so Kathy's saying hi to Dee. Sarah's saying hi to Dee. And Kathy's already there. She's already set a message on her chat. Her brain was working for a few moments today. Oh no, you're on my live now. I'm going to do your brain in even more. You do understand that, don't you? Right, so, and Dee Dee is saying hi to Dodo, Kath, Sarah and Silver. And laugh out loud, Silver. She tries to do that, but it always seems to find her in the end. Oh, don't. Housework. I done really well the other week because the other day I have to do it in installments. I can't stand for long or sit for long, so I've turned into a potterer gang. I have to potter around doing stuff. So the other day I deep cleaned the kitchen. I'm talking everything on the sides was moved, everything was cleaned down, all of it, tiles, ceiling to floor. It was all done. And it looked immaculate. It lasted 12 hours. And that's only because 8 of them, the other 2 in the house, slept. And I was like, no. I'd spent hours on it. And then at the moment, I'm trying to get through the washing. Yesterday was perfect. You know, that moment when your washing pile and your washing pile containers is empty. I had one of them. And I looked in and I'm like, I've got no washing. Yay, I went upstairs. Big mistake. I've now got 3 washing baskets full of washing I've got to get through before Christmas. So yeah, that's on the go at the moment. Oh, but thankfully I don't have to do it by hand anymore. Or part hand and a part spinner. Because I've had that before now. I've still got it actually. Yeah, I should still have it in the shed. It's like a machine with the drum in it. This one, luckily, you get to plug in. So you just got to keep your knee on the lid because the lock's gone. So you put your knee on the lid and you're there like, as the thing's spinning round, spinning all the water out of the washing. But for about 3 years, that's how I used to do my washing. It was I stick it in the bath, leave it overnight, refresh the water, put some clean stuff in, and then run up and down. Literally, I used to run up and down on my washing to get it clean and then hand scrub it, hand rinse it, and then stick it through this spinning machine. But I'm happy I don't have to do that anymore because otherwise I would be there for 4 days just doing what I get when I go upstairs and empty the wash baskets. Right, and let's have a quick nose at what you guys are saying. Dodo is saying she's just washing her floors. She's almost done. I'm really, really tempted, you know, to go a wood throughout in this house. We've got carpets and we put them in when we first moved in. I've got a carpet cleaner so I can clean the carpets. And I did my Christmas carpet clean. And then where I move out all the furniture in the lounge, or at least move it to one side, clean the carpet, wait for it to dry, move it back, move the rest over, blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. So I did all that last week. And then I put up my Christmas tree. Now I look at my carpet and it doesn't look like I've done it at all, because they don't like taking their shoes off before they sit down. They have to walk through the lounge to then sit on the stairs, or they walk from the front door through to the lounge to take their shoes off. They can't just take them off by the door. I want to wring their necks. And so yeah, that's going to have to be done again in the new year, but I'm going to have to wait for it to warm up a little bit, because otherwise we'll have an ice rink in the lounge. That would be fun for Liam. Right, so let's have a nose. What else are you saying? Kath says she has to say it's fun to have company while she's waiting in line. Oh, that's good. At least I'm keeping you occupied. Come on, gang. We need to make her laugh out loud so she gets embarrassed. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Not purposely. Alright, Sarah's saying cream egg. Hold on. No, I've missed something here. There we go. So Sarah's saying that she does a crochet for charity. The next charitable push is Easter, so cream egg bunnies and chicken covers have already been started. Good on you, girl. Oh, for the little cream eggs, yes, we've got a couple of knitters in the area that do that as well, and they go to one of the shops in the local high street. To me, it's only a little high street, but this shop was my main supporter when I did the poppies the very first year. They were the ones that took the yarn in for me that everybody had donated. So at some point I will take you there. It is an Aladdin's cave of stuff in there. It really is. I absolutely love it. You walk through the front door and it's just a whole chunk of craft. All the local crafters put their items in there. So it's really nice to go in there and have a look and see what else other crafters in the area are doing. And where I am is there is a really big, lovely crafting community that I will get to at some point, she says. Some point when I'm allowed to. And when it's safe to, because we've got such a mixed age group of crafters that you never know if you're going to walk into a group with people our age or people a couple of generations above in the age stakes or a couple of generations below. You just don't know. And I want to make sure that the ones that are above are kept safe, because I need to learn from them girls. Right, so let's have a look what else there is. Dee Dee is saying, laugh out loud, Sarah. I was wondering about the cream egg. Yay, Reggie is in. She has made it. Just before lunch, isn't it? No, just, what are we on, plus an hour. Boys are home doing so you're hiding in your craft room, aren't you? So welcome in, Reggie. Right, so everybody is saying hi to Reggie and happy Christmas to Reggie. And Reggie is saying, hey you all, happy jolly Christmas to you all. Silver said that she sent the kids to tidy their bedroom and the washing basket has now taken over the bathroom and has become the dirty washing room. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh no, Kath, you are sadistic and evil. After the kids are done, you can all start over with the dishes and the laundry, I bet. That's evil. Right, Kath is inside. She said she'll see us all later. Okay, babes, if you're still here. Right, so Dodo's saying take care to Kath. And oh, you've got your donut cup of you, Kath. All right, I should explain. I put a photograph of one of the character cups that we have. Or should I say had? It's taken a dismal breakage. It is a cup. I did show it on a live a couple of weeks ago, which said I donut give a. And Kath has put the two pictures that were on the cup into her chat there. So it's I do not give a smiley emoji poo face mug. And it turns out that I got one, and then she went off, found it and brought one herself, and she's still blaming me. Well, we haven't got it anymore. I was drying it up the other day and I ended up with the handle in my hand and everything else on the floor all broken up. So I've had to go out and get hubby a new cup. but I've only gone and wrapped it, so I can't show you it. But put it like this, the mug looks very, very much like the second picture that you put up, Sarah. It is shaped like that, and it's got a little lid. So basically, you make your brew or your soup or whatever, and you pop it in the cup, and then you can put the lid on it to keep it warm. But I can't really go into too much, just in case he's sneaking alive, and I've probably just spoiled his one and only Christmas present he didn't know about. Oh dear. Fingers crossed he's not watching or playing catch up before Christmas. But yeah, I like to do the old dodgy Christmas challenge and find him a dodgy cup. Easter's normally good for us because one of the local, not local, but one of the companies that make Easter eggs here in the UK sometimes do mugs with them. So we normally go out and buy the Easter eggs with the mugs in. So we've got a set of 6 mugs to break throughout the year because I'm a clumsy klutz. I'm always dropping stuff. So it's easier for me if I have cups that I'm not worried about breaking. They're the ones that I normally will drink out of the most, whereas this one's scaring me at the moment. One, it's my favourite-ish. It's one of my favourites because it's crochet related. My other one, I'm not even going to risk drinking out of. It's this one here. That one came from my bestie. It says, I like big balls and I cannot lie. So that is my holds everything mug that's down on my table. And then this is my drinking from the coffee mug. Oh, Sarah, you was disgusting. But yeah, that was my thought as well. She's saying extra poo to keep it warm. Oh, cheeky plug again, Kath. We're all coming over, you know that. Right, Kath is saying that she's going to show Christmas presents tonight. But she knows nobody watches her channel. That's because you're not done a live yet. We'll be over, you know we will. We will come over and harass you. Something chronic. But the problem is, I can't keep chatting for that many hours so that I can send people over straight at the end of my live. It will just have to be a case of, we're going to have to remember, gang. We're going to have to put alarms on phones and things. Oh, Silver is saying she still has her first cup from when she was 2. It is in a handy pandy. I've got a cup, I've still got my first egg cup. I've got an egg cup that's actually got my name on it. And I think I got that when I was about 4. And I've still got that. That's actually in the kitchen. I need to move it into my cupboard where the kids and the dog can't get their hands on it. I've also got a cup and a little teddy bear that sits inside. That my mum bought for the children when she went on holiday, and she bought them for the kids, and the youngest kid was only a baby in arms at the time. But my mum bought it because she remembered one of my favourite books that I had on the shelf upstairs, which was written by Enid Blyton and had the same character on it. But I've got to be really careful because now people class them as a racist slur, which is a bit of a pain. What was it? Reggie is saying, oh, Reggie's upset. You've upset her, Kath. You're in trouble now. Me and Reggie are teaming up. Me, Reggie, and the rest of the crazies are going to team up on you tonight. Reggie is saying she is not a nobody. Thank you very much, Kath. Sarah is saying I think she means that people who the presents are for don't watch. And good one, Reggie. So on the cup that I've got, it's only a little cup. As I said, the character matches an Enid Blyton book. Now, back when the book was first published, it had a slightly different name. In the republish, which was in the end of the 1980s, beginning of the 1990s, when I purchased the book, it is now called the Three Gollies. But basically, it's 3 little teddy bears. Not teddy bears, but 3 little dolls that are black-faced dolls who are cantankerous, naughty dolls. But of course, people see gollies, and then there's another word that starts with a W that's attached to it, and it's the W word that is the one that people don't like to be used as much anymore because it's a racial slur. But the book I've got upstairs is a misprint. Goes on the main cover, it says the Three Gollies. On the first couple of pages it says the Three Gollies, and then the rest of the book has got the three golly W's. So it's a misprint. It might be worth something, so that's one reason why I've kept it. But then the other is so that I can show the children how the use of language can change over the years, and how what's a racial slur in one generation may not be a racial slur in another, or just a we don't give a donkeys anymore type thing. I'm just waiting for that to happen, basically. But yeah, the little characters were also on the Robinson's Jam when I was growing up as well. Oh, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Hold my nose and hope for the best. Yeah, so it was a little symbol that was on the Robinson Jam, and if you collected the little symbols and sent them in, you used to get little dolls and pins and spoons with the little characters on. It was a really cute idea and a really good promotional tool for them, until it became they became a slur. So what other stuff do you guys remember from way back? What was your favourite toy when you was younger? What was the one thing that you wanted that you got for Christmas, or the one thing that you really wanted and never got for Christmas? The one thing I really wanted was a Cabbage Patch doll. And my mum wouldn't, well, yeah, that was the one when I was a bit older, but my mum said no to it. She said they were ugly and she didn't like the look of them, and as far as she was concerned, everybody was special. She used to work with adults with learning disabilities, so I was raised not to see disabilities really. I was brought up to see the abilities of the individual, which I'm thankful for, to be honest. Reggie says she never had Christmas when she was little. Oh, sorry, brain cell nudge moment. Okay, so what was the one present you wanted during Hanukkah then, honey, that you never got your mitts on? Ah. Oh, you got the PG. Alright, so Silver is saying that she's got a whole set of PG tip cars that you got free with tea bags. And Dodo said she used to like the Pound Puppies. She still has 2 of them from the early 80s. Oh, you want to check up on them. Some of the toys from the 80s and 90s now are through the roof on resale. And Kath has said she's got her shop received. Yay, keep that armour moving, Gil. Oh dear. Right, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I wanted a Cabbage Patch and never got a Cabbage Patch. But I think that might have been because when I was about 3, I'd seen this doll in one of the local shops. Now, this lady in the shop, to me back then, I was only a baby. She looked old. She was probably in her 60s, like 50s to 60s. And her house, like the houses down the high street where I lived, it was the front room of the house was the shop, and then the back part of the downstairs was the kitchen and dining area, and then there were stairs that led to upstairs where the bedrooms were, and there was about 5 or 6 of these shops along the high street, and hers was one of them. And you would walk into this room and it was crowded. There was just so much to see. It was basically the best yarn shop ever, but for toys. Right? And so you would go in and you wouldn't be able to pick one thing out that you wanted because there was just too much there. You'd see something, go, oh, I really want this. And then your eyes would flick to something else. So you used to walk in and say, right, I'm looking for so-and-so. And she would just walk over and bring you that item over. But there was this one doll that I'd seen in there that I really, really loved the look of, and my mum was like, you can't have it. It was massive compared to me. It was like a doll, a decent 18-month-old doll. Now I have actually got this doll because my mum decided she was going to get it for me for Christmas, and at that point, this lady in the shop used to let you put a bit of money away each week to buy the presents for the kids for the Christmas or for birthdays or whatever. If you're in the UK, I think it's called, not UK, Australia, I think it's called lay-by or waylay or something like that. And America used to do it. I don't know if you still do. But yeah, so my mum was putting money away to get me this doll for Christmas. Yeah, she started putting money away in probably the February, and of course my birthday's in the August, so my grandmother heard about it and bought it for me for my birthday. My mum went through the roof because she pretty much saved up enough to get this doll, but she just, of course, she was waiting till Christmas because it was going to be my big Christmas present. Because for my birthday I'd actually got a baby sister. So she was like, you've got this one to help me with. You don't need a doll, not when we've got a real baby to play with. So of course I had this doll, and I've still got the doll now. So I got that when I was 30. Yeah, so I've nearly had, not 30, sorry, when I was 3. So I've nearly had the doll for 40 years, but it has to sleep, it has to stay in a cupboard because the family all think it's horrible and disgusting and they don't like it. They say it's too lifelike. But saying that, it's not too lifelike anymore. Its eyes are knackered, so one's like permanently half open and the other one's rolled back in the head. I need to take it to like a doll place and get it fixed and stuff. But yeah, it's a lovely it's a lovely present. But as I said, it's in the bottom of a cupboard somewhere, so I'll probably pull that out at Halloween, to be honest, because that's when she comes out at the moment. It's Halloween. The other year I actually painted her face with face paints, so she had the same face as me, and I was scaring the adults. The kids thought it was brilliant because I was walking up to opening the door and I'd be holding this doll by its leg, and of course it looked like it's the same size as an 18-month-old baby, and the parents were going, ah, the baby, and the kids going, it's a doll, mum, it's a doll. And did yours have like a solid plastic head, Kath, and plastic arms and legs, and the body? It was soft plastic arms, legs, and head, and then a canvas body that was, and it's stuffed with bits of foam. Mine is. It's still got its original stuffing, although the head kept falling off because it's held on by a shoelace. Weirdest of things. You couldn't get away with that type of makeup for a doll nowadays. Crikey. Alright, let's have a quick nose at what you guys were saying. We're going to pound puppies and shop received. Right, Sarah's saying, sorry, have to go everyone. Have a wonderful Christmas. Stay safe and well, and let's hope 2022 is better than the last 2 years. Do right, darling. Have an absolutely lovely holiday, and I will see you again in the new year. Big hugs to all your family, honey. That's if you're still here, and if not, hopefully you'll catch this bit on replay. Ta-ra for now. Rise, Kath has popped in with laugh out loud, Reggie, and no one from her family. I am lost. I'll have to read that bit back later. Silver said she got a Cindy beach house. Oh, you were spoilt. They were like 45 quid or something back then, which was like nearly having to remortgage your own house for it. Reggie's saying whoop whoop to Kath. Take care, Sarah. Have a wonderful Christmas, says Kath. Have a great holiday, says Reggie. Kathy's saying, oh, I had one of the lifelike baby dolls when I was a kid. No, it was plastic all the way, but very flexible. Oh, okay. Because I had that soft body one, and my sister had a No More Tears or something along that lines, and basically you fed it water, and the posh ones cried. But I found out quite early on, if I fed it proper water, it would wet itself. Right? So if she was doing my head in, I used to feed it water, and she didn't realise she'd take it to bed, wake up in the morning and think she'd wet the bed. I was slightly evil to her. There was like a 3-year age gap, but she soon wised up to it, and would put the doll in my bed for half an hour before she went to bed, and then she would take her nice dry doll, lay in bed and laughing while I'm trying to sort of guide myself around the wet patch, which luckily was only ever water. Handmaid, welcome in, darling. She's saying hello. Dodo saying hi to HD. Silver's saying she asked for a doll and she got it. She was over the moon. It was a blonde-haired little doll, girl doll. You changed its bum and it was a boy. Oops. Well, it's gender neutral, as they would call it nowadays. Oh, right, okay. Kath earlier on was saying when she said no one watches her channel, she meant nobody of her family, so she doesn't risk spoiling their gifts. Right, for those that have just popped in, and Kathy's going live this evening at 6 o'clock UK time, 7 o'clock her time, or for everybody else who doesn't know the time differences, because I can't remember, it is, what are we on, coming up for 4 hours and 15 minutes from now. There is a link in the description box of this video for you to go over and make sure you bookmark it so you can come and join me and the rest of the crazies at harassing her later on this evening. So everybody is saying hi to Dodo, and Kathy's having a giggle with Silver, and hi HD, and hi Kath. Right, so do any of you want some dodgy Christmas questions for bragging rights again today? Or are we just going to ramble on about absolutely nothing? Because you girls are all my daytime girls, so you know about all of this stuff here. That's behind me, because you've all been with me for such a nice long time. Right. Okay, let's have a think. What can we do that's a little bit different? I normally ask you questions, so why don't you throw me some? See how badly you can trip me up. Oh, this could be troublesome. So what's that one question you want to know about me, as long as it's not overly personal, that is? Because of course I don't overly share, she says. And while you're having a think, I'm going to change the background and board of it now. There we go. Bing. That'll be safe for me to do for today's live, but next time I do it, I'm going to end up having to duck. You're going to have to remind me and shout duck when I do it. Otherwise, I'm going to smack myself around the ear roll. Okay, so we know that our Kath is travelling back from the doctors because she's had her vaccination. And what else? Who else? And what else were you guys doing? We had a couple of people that were crocheting away, hiding in the background. And the rest of you were just chatting. Right, let me have a nose for some Christmas questions. And answers. There we go. Okay, so this is ridiculous. I want the questions and the answers. I don't want to have to scoot all the way down to the bottom for the answers. You're rubbish. We'll try a different one. This is daft. I really should have set this lot up before I came on this today. But I didn't think. But then you lot know me. I never do I? I'm just like, let's get on with it. Let's see how we go. Right. Right, there we go. I've got some questions. Oh! You guys are throwing questions, it's fine. It's just chat went really, really quiet, so I wasn't sure what was going on with her. You lot were all just chilling away, like crocheting away and stuff. Just listening to me ramble on like I've been doing. So Kathy says, oh, you didn't give me time to think of a question. She's taking us girls into Lidl's shopping with her. Okay, what would I never ever eat, not even for a large amount of money? I thought you knew me, Kath. The one thing that's intrigued me is the fish. There's a fish that it's not a Norwegian. I think it's Norwegian fish that stinks to high heaven. That's a delicacy. So I'm tempted to smell, but not really tempted to eat. But it would depend. If I was told, here you go, here's £1 million, then yeah, I'd do it. If you said, here's 50 quid, I'd probably say, no, you're right. So it is really dependent on how much cash you put up for offer. But yeah, I think that one would be the main one. Otherwise, I've eaten some weird and wonderful, well, what I would class as weird and wonderful stuff, whereas others would see as normal. So it's like I've eaten eels, whelks, cockles, lots of different shellfish. What are we on? I can't even think of half of the weird and wonderful stuff. Maggots. It was an accident. Okay, I was fishing and I put them under my tongue to wake them up and warm them up. Forgot and swallowed. So maggots. And other bits and pieces like crickets and things like that. As well as eating kangaroo, crocodile when I was over in Australia. So I like to try the weird and wonderful meats. And things like that. I'm a bit strange. Okay, so Reggie's saying she's looking on Etsy for random stuff. Ooh, you're going down that rabbit hole, girl. Do we need to drag you out kicking and screaming? And Kathy's giggling. It's, oh crikey, Ludwig. If I've got that right, I am going to be so impressed with myself, and she's probably going to say no, which is understandable. I crack you up. Why? Okay, come on then, and I will set you a question while you guys are thinking of a question for me. Are we going to be able to do this? I don't know. Saying that, the majority of you are busy doing other stuff. Are you actually interested in answering and doing the questions, as it's only for bragging rights today? No chat. Come on, chat. Guess who had the wrong chat on? No, I didn't miss anything. Whew. Right, okay, so here we go. Let's just open that a second. Get rid of that. Right, how many of you have watched this already this year? In the UK, it appears to be a family tradition. Alright, so the question is, Oh, Dodo's making a cup of coffee. I'm nearly at the bottom of mine. Can I have a refill, girl? Right, okay, so best not actually. This is my second. If I have 3, I'm going to go completely doolally. Alright, so the question is, in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what popular city does Kevin's family travel to for Christmas? Oh, you're joking. I haven't just done what I think I've just done. Oh, no. Oh, I thought I'd actually deleted the whole page then. Can't do that. Alright, okay, so the question is, in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what popular city does Kevin's family travel to for Christmas? Thank you, Dodo. Dodo's made me a coffee. She's going to have to drink it herself, though. Right. Oh, dear. So, Kath, did I get anywhere closer with my pronunciation of that stinky fish? Please don't ask me to do it again. I can't remember how I said it. How could I forget I had maggots in my mouth? I was 7. Need I say any more, really? I was about 7. And distraction in me is not good. So, of course, I've gone like that. Then I'm distracted, forget what's going on in that moment and move on to the next. So that's how I managed to forget they were there. They weren't very wiggly. I think they were pretty much dead. And Dodo's saying she doesn't think she's seen that one. Okay, so your clue is it's normally warm. Yeah, Granny is saying the first Home Alone has been the only one she watched. I think, to be honest, most of us did, because the second one was just repetitive, wasn't it? Okay, so that was a tatty question then. I'll give you the answer and we'll move on, as it's for bragging rights. The answer was Miami. Okay, so Dee Dee is saying hello to HD. And Reggie had a quick guess at Orlando. But but no, it was Miami. According to this anyway. Yep, you was close, Reggie. I think. I don't know. I don't know where all of the different areas in the US are and what they're close to. Crikey, I can't even go the right way going to Birmingham or Bristol. I get confused between them two. I just read the question, Dee. The question had been, in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what popular city does Kevin travel to for Christmas? And they said Miami. That's a state, isn't it? So even the question was written out wrong. Oops. These are going to be fun. This is like I've written out these ones, but promise, I really do promise I haven't. Right, okay. Let's give this second one a go. Now, these are film related. Kathy's saying she only remembers the toy store in that movie. And that's the second. I don't even remember the second one. I think I might have watched it maybe once or twice and gone, oh, you're joking. Rip off. Okie dokes. Okay, hey, welcome in, HD. Handmaid. How you doing, honey? Haven't seen you in a little while. Hold on a minute. We got 2 handmaids in. Yeah. Right, so we got our Teresa in. So Honey, I'm not calling you handmaid. That's the other handmaid. So I've got to remember to call you by your first name, not your middle name. Welcome in, darling. She's saying, no, it is a city. And hello, everybody. And Dodo is saying hi to Teresa. Right, okay, let's go for this second question. And please remember, I did not write these, but I could have done. Right here, maybe. Right, here we go. In Santa Claus, the Santa Claus, why does Scott Calvin assume the role of Santa Claus? That is, in Santa Claus, why does Scott Calvin assume the role of Santa Claus? Do any of you remember that film? It's quite... I've got a clue for you. I'm trying not to give it away. Because there's so many different Christmas movies out there, isn't there? But luckily, quite a lot of the questions here are ones that hopefully you've watched. If you've got kids, you're bound to have watched some of them. Teresa says, because he killed the first Santa. Oh, that's morbid. And Dodo says he puts the suit on. You've pretty much got it, girls. The answer to this one was... Oh, Silver's saying a bumped head. Right, so the actual answer is that a startled Santa Claus accidentally falls off a Scott roof and dies. So, of course, then he puts the suit on and becomes Father Christmas. Why would you put a dead man's clothes on? Oh, there was a plaque, a card or something, if I remember rightly. Yeah, morbid but true. Yeah. Okay, here's one for you. I've decided now I don't want to live here. Okay, so in the film, in Elf, what are the 4 main elf food groups? In Elf, what are the 4 main elf food groups? We'll have to see how we go on Dee Dee. This is right. Okay, so Dee Dee has just said if you ask questions about the Christmas Carol, she should do pretty well. And we'll just have to wait and see what the next questions are. This one is in Elf. What are the 4 main elf food groups? They were so inventive with the answer on this one. Candy, you've got answer number 1, Silver. Who's coming in with food group number 2? Dodo is passing on this one. Dodo, to be honest, if you took Silver's answer and added a word, you'd probably get it. A Christmas-related word, mind you. Oh, okay. So far we got Candy. It's the last one that you guys might have a trouble with. Okay, so we got a pass. Hot chocolate, no, Silver, you're completely out of whack now. Go back to Candy and think about it. Add some extra words in. And Dodo is in with candy canes. That is number 3 in the food groups. Can you see where this is going, gang? Silver is candy. Dee Dee comes in with candy canes. The second one, Americans seem to have more of. They use it more around Halloween. I see it more in the shops around Halloween than I do Christmas. And the last one, as I said, is slightly random, but still along the same lines. But by the looks of it, you guys have had a guess and you're like, no, we're done, Ange. Give us the answer, woman. So if that's the case, just put smiley faces down and I will then give you the answers. Right, so Silver is saying candy floss. Nope, not candy floss. So far you've guessed at candy and candy canes. Is there going to be any more? Candy corn! Yay, Kathy got it. So we're just looking on the last one, to be honest. Right, so not many of you have watched Elf, so I'll move on to that. Nope, Dodo, it wasn't chocolate. Get extra bragging rights, though, if you get this one correct. It's the very last one. Candy corn, we've had the guess. That was number 2 on the list. Wishes. No. Right, the very last answer in this set was syrup. Of all things. That's all they ate. Candy, candy corn, candy canes and syrup. You really have to have a sweet tooth to work there, didn't you? Oh. Dee Dee, I think you might have a little bit of a delay, darling. Do a bit of a refresh and pop back to us, babe. Right, so Teresa is coming with oh wow, and Kathy's saying candy hearts. Okay, and we got my next one. Yeah, Kath, laugh out loud, syrup. Yeah, so it's sugar, sugar, and more sugar. Don't be diabetic. If you want them out there, you best not be diabetic. Right, so let's go for our next one. The next question is, in It's a Wonderful Life, what is the name of the angel who saves George Bailey? That is, right? So I'll read that one again for you. In It's a Wonderful Life, what is the name of the angel who saves George Bailey? You can go for the first or the second name. You don't have to get the full name. As I said, it is just for bragging rights today. But yeah, the second name's a bit of a funny one. No, it's not a Charlie. We got Dee Dee in with a Clarence. Do you know what the last name was, Dee Dee? You got your first name. It's a really weird one. Right, okay, so our Dee Dee has got the first name. And everybody's come in with it. And Dee Dee's got the full name. Congratulations, darling. You've gone and got yourself bragging rights. Oh. I've got a feeling Dee Dee might get this next one, you know. It's just the way the list goes, gang. Honestly, it is. Right. So, you ready? You got your fingers ready, Dee Dee? Are they warmed up? Give them a stretch. Make sure that crochet hook's down. Right, you ready? What are the 3 ghosts featured in a Christmas Carol? That is, what are the 3 ghosts featured in A Christmas Carol? Ooh, how you doing? You racking your brains? It's that last one. It's the name of the last one. Dee Dee with a woohoo. I think that's in regards to her winning bragging rights. Now, is she going to get question number 2 correct? So we got Charlie question mark. That's for the previous question from Teresa. And then we got present and future. So we got Silver coming in with past, present and future. And then we got past, present and future. And Teresa back in with the past because you missed that one a little bit earlier. And then we got Dodo with past, present and future. And Dee Dee has written the ghost of Christmas past, present and future. Close enough, gang. The answer that they've got written here is the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas yet to come. So yeah, future. So good going. You can all have bragging rights on that one. Right, on to our next question. Dee Dee was saying I'm too slow on that one. Don't worry about it, darling. As I said, it is for bragging rights today. There's no prizes going out the door. So there's not mega competition on I need that last pattern or anything like that. So we're all right. It's just fun and games for today. Right, so our next one is in The Nightmare Before Christmas. What does Jack Skellington call Santa? That is, in The Nightmare Before Christmas, what does Jack Skellington call Santa? So let's see how you guys go with this one. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to do a cheeky reminder. Over on my Ravelry shop now, I have got 20 patterns available for you to purchase and download. At this moment in time, there is a 10% off on my Ravelry shop if you use the code ITSCHRISTMAS, and that's all in capital letters and no spaces. If you pop that in at checkout, at the little box underneath that says have you got any codes, stick it in there. That will give you your 10% code, 10% off of any of the patterns that you choose. And remember, if you need any help with them, just shout and I'll help you out as best I can. Yeah, what else was there? Yeah, so that's that bit. And we'll go on to your answers and then I'll think of something else to talk about while you're writing in the answers for the next ones. Right, so we got Kath coming straight off with Sandy Claus. And then we got Silver in with Krampus. And we've got Dodo with the pass. Jen is in the house. Welcome in, darling. She's saying hello and Merry Christmas. Teresa has said a pass. She hasn't seen it. Dodo's saying hi to Jen. Teresa's saying hi to Jen. And our Dee Dee is saying Merry Christmas, Jen. And congratulations, Kath. You have got yourself the bragging rights today. And Teresa is saying Merry Christmas, Jen, and everybody. This is one. Ooh, who will get this? Now this is a toughie. Kathy's saying the music of that video is that movie is brilliant. Yeah, I must admit I do love it. I think it's beautiful. But then saying that, I do like stop animation as well. So, have you seen the behind the scenes and how they created that movie that they've done? Because they've done a behind the scenes about it as well. Okay, that's very puzzling, Jen. Jen is saying hi to Teresa, and then she says, hi, Dee Dee. It came! Ooh, something surprising. Dee Dee's in with a yay, Jen. Come on, spill, girls, spill. You lot know I'm a nosy toad. Alright, okay. So, our next question up is, what was the song first played in space? What was the first song played in space? such a random question. So random. Okay, so you've not actually seen the film, Kath. She feels it tends to take away the magic. Are we talking about the same film? You're talking about The Nightmare Before Christmas, Kath. Silver is saying Louis Armstrong. No, it wasn't Louis Armstrong with What a Wonderful World. Ooh, Dee Dee had sent Jen a wee yarny box. Ooh, I want to be nosy. Kathy's saying Space Odyssey. No, it was something released earlier than Space Odyssey. And Jenny's saying Granny D gifted me some beautiful yarn. It's beautiful. Oh, right, okay, I get it now, Kath. Kath is saying, yes, the film, she had seen it many times, just not the behind the scenes. Oh, because you think it would spoil the magic. I fully get you on that one. Right, we do actually have ourselves a cheeky winner who sneaked in Jingle Bells. And that was the first song played on a Spaceflight Gemini 6A in December 1965. So a little bit before my time and some others. And others might just about remember it. But it's mad, isn't it? Because, of course, if I'd asked that question to my kids, they would have said something a little bit different. They would have possibly said Space Odyssey, because of course that was sung, wasn't it, last year? Yes, Kath, she's saying, really? How random? Well, it's Christmas related. Because of the song, isn't it? So really strange. Oh, bless Granny, that is so cute. So Granny is saying, I'm glad you like it, Jen. If I had any more of that type, I will she'll send it along to you. That is so sweet. And Teresa is saying she was born 2 years after that. I can't. It seems really strange to say 1900 and something, although I'm a 1900 and something baby as well. Beach Boys were around in 1963. No. Alright, okay. I've given away some of that. That's really surprising because I know the Beach Boys. And I'm a 70s baby. Alright, okay. So what do the Beach Boys call a Santa Claus in their popular 1963? That's got to be a typo, surely. But in their 1963 Christmas single. That is, what do the Beach Boys call Santa Claus in their popular 1963 Christmas single? Dee Dee is saying that she was 6 years old in 1965. Should have remembered. They now scientists are now saying that unless it's a traumatic event or a really happy event, you're not going to remember it if it happens under the age of 6. Not 6, sorry, 7. And you're more likely to remember the trauma, like the traumatic one, memory, rather than anything else. I'm just a bit strange. I remember weird things from when I was little. It's like I can draw my best mate's bedroom. Yep, and where furniture was and where she used to hide stuff. And she moved back to Germany when we were 7. So, and I have done that, and it shocked her, and her mum was quite shocked as well. Alright, so with the yarn that Dee Dee has sent over to Jen, she is hoping to make a baby blanket with it. Ooh. Is it one of these? One of these ones, Jen? One of these? Right, so Silver Wings has come in with a partial correct, so we'll let you have that one. Jen is saying she wasn't even thought of in 65, but her sister was born in 65. Okay, and the answer is a Little St. Nick. Right, I've just noticed that the light level in here is getting ridiculously low. So I'm just going to jump up a second and pop the light on. There we go, we can see things again. Right. And Jen is saying she wasn't even thought of in 65, but her sister was born in 65. There we go. Oh, that looks a little bit better. That's quite a delay, actually. Right. What's going on? I got a warning. Okay, my stream's current bitrate, whatever that means, is a bit slow. Oh, right. Okie dokies. So, congratulations on that one, Silver. You've gone and got it. So I'm just having a read through, seeing if I can read any of them, really. Oh, okay. Now, this may confuse some of us because it has been remade a good few times now by different singers. But this next one is, which singer is known for her Christmas classic, Santa Baby? Okay, that is, which singer is known for her Christmas classic, Santa Baby? So we are looking for the original singer of this one, gang. Not the one that I would have known. Oh, Jenny's thinking of a butterfly fillet crochet baby blanket. That sounds really pretty. I take it you've found the pattern for that one already, darling. I think there are a couple of channels that have a butterfly fillet already on, like YouTube. Because I was looking into doing some fillet, whatever it's called, but basically the square thing. I was looking into doing that when I was thinking up this one. But then I realised quite a lot of the designs that I would have gone for and that I would have had a go at creating have already been made. So I was like, oh, I'll do an elephant. Oh, no, there's an elephant. Oh, I'll do a dragonfly. Oh, no, there's a dragonfly. Oh, I'll do a mouse. Nope, there's already a mouse. And a rabbit. And a this and a that. And so there's not many options left. No, Kath, before Marilyn Monroe. So Jenny's saying, nope, she was gonna look it up. Yeah, I do remember there being, as I said, I do remember there being a butterfly one. Hold on, let me see. Oh. No, that's not what you mean. Yeah, there are a couple out there. They're paid for patterns. Those are paid for patterns. Oh, free. That's the one I like to see. Yeah, there are a couple on there. I can't find the links to the ones that I've seen on YouTube though at the moment. I'd have to do a little bit more of a deep dive on that one. Yeah, because I'm on the wrong place. I'm just looking on Google rather than looking on YouTube itself. And Dee Dee is saying, Jen, that's the perfect project for the yarn. And Jen was saying, I thought that, Dee, as soon as I saw it. And free is always best. Okay. There we go. For some reason, I've completely... This new keyboard is doing my head in. I touch one button and end up pushing 4 or 5 at the same time. It's meant to be a gaming one, but the buttons are all really high and really annoying. Yes, so let's have a look. So are you looking for a butterfly that will take over the whole blanket, or are you looking for smaller ones, Jen? Because, of course, a fibre spider has got one that's got little butterflies in it. Thought that was my car then, and then I forgot. I've changed it. What else have we got? No, the one I saw was definitely the fibre spider one then. Okay, sorry, I was just having a quick nose there. I'll see if I can get the link to that one popped in. Copy link. Right, so I'm going to pop a link in now to Fibre Spider's video. And that one has got little ones in it. I don't know. As I said, there is a lot of them that are paid for as well. And that's basically the reason I go for the free one first, ideally with the tutorials, because it helps me out. I'm a visual crocheter, so when I'm crocheting I like to have a visual in front of me. I don't like too many words, just because I get confused in the words, whereas when I'm writing out the patterns sounds daft, doesn't it? I have to do it in installments. I have to do a bit at a time, step away and then come back to it, step away, come back to it, and do stuff like that. So yeah, in regards to this one, I like this one because it has got a tutorial with it. But then I think it would depend on how the written pattern is. So I'd like to sort of see a little bit more of the designer's works. If it's a paid for pattern normally, or a little snippet of the pattern. I know it's a bit naughty. Or just have someone say to me, no, Ange, all they're doing there, all it is it's really quick talk. There's no mega English in it. And then I'd be fine with playing it. Oh, she sneaked off and had a look. But yeah, I've seen one lady whose pattern I am going to purchase at some point. It's when I've got time to do it. Yeah, that one's quite it is quite pricey. It's about 10 quid, I think. But there is a lot of pages, a lot of detail, and it is a massive stuffy. If you remember rightly, or you've looked at one of my videos lately and you've seen the dragon that's on the opening titles, she has brought out a gargoyle, and that is what I want to make. I want to make the gargoyle. But again, I can get hold of the pattern for free. She does put the patterns up for free, and it's very basic. The basic written pattern with no photographs and stuff like that. So I could do it for free, like I've done when I made the dragon. The only difference being it's on like her own webpage, and she gets advertisement money. So I will literally have her page open the entire time I was making both of those dragons, so that she got any ad revenue through while I was working on the pattern. That was my way of recouping some of the money for her, because at that point in time I couldn't afford to purchase the pattern, so I did it that way. Hey, welcome in, Terry. And she's saying, I finally made another live. Yeah, the last one of the year. Congratulations, babe. So Jen didn't leave. She used her tablet to check. Sneaky. 2 devices on the go at once. Terry is saying hello, everybody, and Merry Christmas. And Dado is saying hi to Terry. Jen saying hi to Terry. And also a Merry Christmas coming through to Terry from Jane. Right. Yeah, so it's just a case of when I've got some extra funds, which will be after Christmas, I'm gonna get that pattern. Because it's now I'm writing them, I've realised how much time and energy and effort actually goes into writing these things. Because I'm a more visual, so I'll sit there and daydream, as my teachers used to call it. I'll sit there and visualise the project that I want to make, and then I work from that visualisation. Sometimes I might draw a sketch of what I want it to look like. So it's like with this one here, it was a case of I just drew an oblong and then I stuck squares on it, and then I drew made little X's in there, so I knew that that's where I wanted the X's. And then I sat there and worked out the pattern count and stuff like that, and that was done on paper, and then I went off and made it. Whereas with this one, I was like, right, well, I want the stitch to border the whole, the stitch to border the whole way. So that's the only bit of math I did, and then I just made it. And then with the doll, with my fairy that's not quite finished yet, and possibly won't be this side of Christmas. With her, I just sat there and I'm like, okay, so I know the basics. So I just made it up, and as I made it up, I'm typing into my tablet, into a chat to myself, what I was doing as I was going along, so that my arms matched and my legs matched. But I still haven't got to her wings yet. I'm so bad. Alright, so Terry is saying that she's been busy with lots of hospital appointments for her mum and herself. Today she had nothing to do until tea time. It's been lovely. It has been absolutely gorgeous seeing you here. Don't tell me you're legging it already though, girl. Saying that, I am going to have to at some point. I can't remember what time I actually started today. Right, if you guys are a little bit bored later on this afternoon or this evening, yeah, this afternoon, this evening, I'm just trying to think of all the different ways around saying the same thing. Our gorgeous Kath at Kath the Psycatchers is doing her very first live today, and it'll be absolutely amazing if you girls could pop over and just say hello to her. Now, she is on at 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. her time, which is, hold on, what are we on now? 2:30. 4.5 hours from now. Her link is in the description box of this video, pretty much at the top, so that you can basically jump over to it and bookmark it for her, and then pop over and see her. Hopefully it's working, because she said the YouTube bots have been in and played silly beeps with her setup, so it was set to go live a little bit earlier on, but she wasn't home, so she couldn't do anything about it. But yeah, she does plan to be on the live later on this evening, so fingers crossed it all works for her and I'm not nicking anybody now, because she has gone quiet. But then she may be driving. Terry's saying no, laugh out loud, not yet. And she said she has to be at her parents by 5 p.m. to make the tea. Ow, pants. Is that UK time 5 o'clock though, Terry? Or is, because I'm trying to think where you are. I think you're UK as well, aren't you? Well, I don't know, you could be sneaky and stick an earphone in. Right, so Jenny's saying, so 1:30 Eastern. It's 9:30 now. We're on 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Hold on, I am at a loss. 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6. So 3.5 hours. Oh, I'm working the wrong way around, that's why. Something like that, Jen. It's 3.5 hours from now. Oh, I'm sitting there doing the math from mine, and then I'm out looking over at yours, and your numbers are skew-iff for me. They're the wrong way around. Alright, so our Dee Dee is going to be legging it now. She's saying, have a lovely day, Poppy, and all. She has to go. Merry Christmas to all. Have an absolutely a beautiful Christmas, Dee Dee. And have an enjoyable new year, and we will see you again hopefully in the new year over here and possibly on your channel later on this week. Ta-ra for now, darling. Right, Central Time is 8:30 AM, and thank you very much for that, Teresa. And Jen is saying a Merry Christmas, Dee Dee. Right, to be honest, gang, I think it is pretty much time for me to wind up today as well, which is a shame because I am enjoying it. But I've got to pop into town before the heavens open. I've got some stuff to get for me thing behind me. I've got to fix that for the new year. And I pop into my favourite shop and see how the guys and girls that work there are doing and coping with the Christmas rush. Liam, come. Liam, what's this? Liam, what's this? Up. Let's see if he'll come up one last time so he can say goodbye and happy Christmas to you. Come on then. Up. Right. Look up at your gang. Look up at your crazy fans. Nom 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 nom. There we go. Right, so it's time for me cheeky Liam here to say goodbye for a whole year's worth of crazy. A whole year of craziness. How did they cope with us? Right. I didn't answer the last question. Oh, crikey. You guys have been waiting. It was, I can't even pronounce the first name, so I'm going to stick it in there. None of you got it, though. Didn't think any of us would. Right, there we go. It is now up. Right, as I said, me and Liam are heading off now. We are going to go and rate the presents under the Christmas tree, eat far too much food, drink too many naughty drinks. Well, I am. He's staying sober. You're underage. So have an absolutely lovely Christmas holiday season or break away from work. Whatever you call it, have a lovely time, and I will see you all in the new year. Thank you ever so much for all your support. And remember, there is that 10% off code if you want to use it. And I will see you all really, really soon. So, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.